over the last few days after coming back, because, for the 6 months prior to me going away for 3 weeks, basically I was in kind of lockdown on my own, and I was very, very busy, very, very active, and very productive, as it happens. And it's when I started drinking these ketones too. But going away for that 3-week break, sometimes, when change happens, then you kind of realize different things. And so spending time with my children, my grandchildren, my mother, my friends, on a constant basis, and every day, every evening, being surrounded by people, and almost back to pre-COVID normalcy. I mean, it's the closest I could say that I've come to in the last 6 months, which was absolutely magnificent. Towards the end of my trip, we're going back into a full lockdown 2.0 over there. But when I came and arrived here for the last week, I've been in quarantine for 2 weeks. So this is the end of my first week. And to be in touch with what's actually happening, I think is really important. I think it's important that we are in touch with who we are and live, as Norman says, in the present moment. And the present moment sometimes means feeling the pain. It's not all about positive affirmations and feeling good. And so, I've been feeling the pain of loneliness probably for the first time, and which I can remember, because I was surrounded by light, and I mean light also in the physical sense of light, because I was in the Middle East, in Israel, at the height of the summer, which is an incredible. If anyone has never been to Israel before, Israel has a very special light. It's not just sun. There's a certain heavy spiritual light there, and to come back to the northern hemisphere where we're going into winter, there's a certain darkness coming along. Along with that, there is the idea that we're going into the winter and COVID is still with us, and it's coming back with a vengeance, especially here in the UK. And as we go through time, certain areas are being locked down again, and it seems to be inevitable that we're going in for a hard winter. Hard winter, whether it's a hard winter medically, hard winter economically, socially, and so on. So it got me thinking about these ketones, and what do they mean to me? What does this mean to me? What does the Ketone Kafe mean to me? Why is it important to us? And I think health, and when I mean health, there's health in many different ways, whether it's economical health, social health, mental health, physical health. Health is something that unfortunately I think we tend to think of as an extra in our life. It's something that we'll take care of once the important things are taken care of. And we think about, I'll lose weight and I'll be healthy, and I'll do this and I'll be healthy, or I'll do some exercise and I'll be healthy. But do we consider what we're being healthy for? Why is it important to me to be healthy in the first place? What is that all about? And I think if we don't, if we're talking about the whys, is why is it important for us to be healthy? What will I do with it once I am healthy? Why is it important to keep my health? And one of the things that I think is, what is, for me personally, is I want to keep my health because there's a certain amount of life that I want to enjoy, that I want to contribute to others. I want to have friendship, and I want to have family, and I want to have love, and I want to be able to provide that to others as well. And we all know that the world that we live in, providing that goes along with providing financial benefit for my children and my grandchildren and my friends and the people that I don't even know yet. And will health help me contribute a positive influence in the world? And I think it's really important to understand, especially the world that we live in, that having some sort of positive influence is really important, because we can see how quickly things can turn and become really dark really quick. And so why is ketones involved in that for me? Because ketones is part of now my health regime. It's part of me and my mindset of, yeah, I want to be healthy and I want to be able to do all the things I just mentioned, but it's also a way of me adding to my financial benefits. It's also a way of me being able to think, you know what, I can build this to a point where I can benefit my family and my friends and everybody here on the Ketone Cafe. If they could benefit financially from this too, then wow, what a world is that? You know, that's another tool of being able to provide some sort of fulfillment to others so that they can go off and do whatever they need to do. And if that brings some sort of using it for the power of good, as they say, you know, to some sort of positive influence, I think this community is something that can really, really do that. And that's my opening to Ketone Cafe number 19. Thank you for coming.